Calculation and statement of results. By far the most generally convenient method of stating the results of an assay is that of the percentage, or parts in 100, and to avoid a needlessly troublesome calculation it is well to take such a quantity of ore for each assay as, by a simple multiplication, will yield the percentage. In these calculations decimals are freely employed, and students should make themselves familiar with the methods of using them. Other methods of statement are in use, and have advantages in certain special cases. With bullion, the parts in 1,000 are given, and in those cases in which the percentage is very small, as in water analysis, it is convenient to report on parts in 100,000, or even on parts per million. These are easily got from the corresponding percentages by shifting the decimal point 1, 3, or 4 places to the right. Thus 92.5% is 925 per thousand, and 0.0036% is 3.6 per 100,000, or 36 per million. With ores of tin, silver, and gold, the result is stated as so many hundredweights, pounds, or ounces in the ton. With dressed tin ores, as they are sent to the smelter, the produce is given in hundredweights and quarters to the ton. The corresponding percentage may be obtained by multiplying by 5, or inversely, if the percentage is given, the produce may be got by dividing by 5. A produce of 13½ equals a percentage of 13.5 times 5 equals 67.5, and a percentage of 70.0 equals a produce of 70 divided by 5 equals 14. With tin ores as raised, in which the percentage is small, the reduction must be carried to pounds per ton. 1% equals 22.4 pounds to the ton. Consequently, if we multiply the percentage by 22.4, the produce will be given. Thus, if an ore contains 6.7% of oxide of tin, the produce is 6.7 times 22.4 equals 150 pounds. Note, or 100 weight, 1 quarter, and 10 pounds. End note. To the ton. With gold and silver ores the proportion of precious metal is small, and it is necessary to carry the reduction to ounces and pennyweights to the ton. And since gold and silver are sold by troy weight, while the ton is avoirdupois, it is of importance to remember that the ounces in the two systems are not the same. A ton contains 15,680,000 grains, which equal 653,333.3 pennyweights, or 32,666.6 ounces, troy. The following rules are useful. To get ounces, troy, per ton, multiply parts per 100,000 by 0.327. To get pennyweights per ton, multiply parts per 100,000 by 6.53. To get grains per ton, multiply parts per 100,000 by 156.8. Where liquids are being assayed, cubic centimetres are held to be equivalent to grams, and the usual method of statement is so many parts by weight in so many by measure. Where the statement is made as grams per litre or grains per gallon, there can be no doubt as to what is meant, and even if it be expressed in parts per 100,000, parts by weight in a measured volume must be understood, unless the contrary is expressly stated. In some cases, where the density of the solution differs greatly from that of water, the percentage by weight may be given, and in others, mixtures of 2 or more liquids, the percentages may be given by volume or by weight, as so many cc's in 100 cc's, or as so many grams in 100 grams, or even as so many grams in 100 cc's. In such cases it must be distinctly shown which method of statement is adopted. 1 grain per gallon means 1 grain in 70,000 grain measures, or 1 part in 70,000. Dividing by 7 and multiplying by 10 will convert grains per gallon into parts per 100,000. Inversely, dividing by 10 and multiplying by 7 will convert parts per 100,000 into grains per gallon. Grams per litre are parts per 1,000. Multiplying by 100 will give parts per 100,000, and multiplying by 70 will give grains per gallon. Among foreign systems of weights, the French is by far the best. Kilograms, 2.205 pounds, per quintal, 2,205 pounds, are parts per cent, and grams, 15.43 grains, per quintal, are parts per 100,000. From the rule already given, grams per quintal may be converted into ounces to the ton by multiplying by 0.327. The German loaths per centner, note half an ounce avoirdupois to 100 pounds, end note, equal parts per 3,200. They are converted into parts per cent by dividing by 32, or into ounces troy per ton by multiplying by 10.208. In the United States, as a sort of compromise between the avoirdupois and metric systems, a ton is taken as 2,000 pounds. There, too, the custom is adopted of reporting the gold and silver contents of an ore as so many dollars and cents to the ton. In the case of gold, an ounce is considered to be worth $20.6718. With silver, the nominal value is $1.2929 per ounce, but frequently in assay reports it is taken as $1. The practice is objectionable. The prices of metals vary with the fluctuations of the market, and if the assayer fixed the price, the date of his report would be all important. If, on the other hand, he takes a fixed price which does not at all times agree with the market one, it leaves a path open for the deception of those unacquainted with the custom. American dollars on the ton of 2,000 pounds may be converted into ounces in the ton of 2,240 pounds by dividing by 1.1544 in the case of silver, and by 18.457 in the case of gold.